Hello my fellow creators, and welcome to my YouTube channel, and welcome to day 3 of my Spellbinders June 2026 All Clubs Crate series. So today our focus is going to be the large die of the month, and that's the Tropical Blooms die set. And you get all these beautiful florals and greenery to go with that, and sentiment that says aloha. So very, very full die set. I'm also going to use this embossing folder of the month from April of 26. It's called Market Weave, and it has kind of like this basket weave pattern. So I'm going to use that. Also brought in some of my pattern paper. This is an Echo Park paper pad. It's the I Love Summer paper pad. So I brought in this for one sheet of pattern paper. And that would be this. This is kind of a, looks like a wood plank background for my background panel. So I'm going to emboss this with that embossing folder. And then I cut out all my sentiment and florals and leaves and everything ahead of time. So then I'll assemble all this and figure out how I want to lay it out on my card panel. But first, let's start by embossing this pattern paper. So I am bringing in my Platinum 6, and we will mist our pattern paper with just a little bit of water, not too much, before placing it in the embossing folder. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my embossing folder, place that in here, and then our sandwich is the base plate, platform top B, and then cutting plate C. So let me get these in here. Of course, sending it in with a folded part of your embossing folder first. All right, let's check it out. Oh, I love the way that turned out. So you have kind of like that wood plank look in the back with this beautiful market weave detail from the embossing folder. So that will be my background panel. Next, I'm going to bring in all my bits and pieces here and assemble them. And you'll see like these leaves. So you cut out the full leaf, and I could leave it like that, but then there's a die for like half that leaf. So I could layer this on here, and it gives it more dimension, and it looks better, I think, right? So I have everything cut out. I've done that with my leaves. I've got the petals cut out for my flowers, ready to go. So while I put together all these pieces, I am going to play a little music and speed up the video, and then we'll meet back here to put our card together. Now I will be sure to put a link to all these goodies in the description box below. I'll also have a link to the playlist for my June series, just in case you want to go ahead and take a peek. And as a friendly reminder, at the end of my series, there will be a giveaway of some crafty goodies, so stay tuned for that. Alrighty friends, my camera turned off when I was assembling all my die cut pieces, so there's only a small portion of me doing that, but I think it's enough where you get the idea. And I did want to show you, when I was cutting, I just cut. I kept cutting and cutting and cutting. So I have a lot of pieces left over, enough to probably make another little bouquet of flowers. So I'm going to set those off to the side for now. And then I know you saw me emboss this panel, but then I thought I would get a bright idea and kind of go over it with some of my Gina K warm cocoa. And this is how it came out. And I'm not a fan. It takes away from the look of the wood slats. So I'm going to save this for another project. Luckily I had more of this and I just cut another piece at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so it'll cover my whole card base. In fact, let me put that on my card base now since I have it ready to go. And then of course we'll assemble all the little flowers I die cut, as well as the Aloha sentiment. Now the Aloha sentiment, I did die cut out of scraps of this paper, as well as some of my Spellbinders color wheel cardstock paper to kind of give it a shadow. Now let's take a look at putting our pieces on here. Now I kind of laid them out off camera, but I stepped away and I moved everything, so now we're going to do it again. So I guess it turned out to be a good thing. But you know, I'm thinking I'm not even going to lay them out this time. I kind of have an idea, remember what I did, but I'm just going to lay them on there. If I like it, great. If not, oh well. I need to stop being so picky about what I do sometimes. And I was babysitting today, and I will be for the remainder of the summer because my 9-year-old grandson did not get enrolled in the summer program. So grandma's house it is. But let's get all our pieces on here and finish up our card. friends, there's my completed card for today using the large die of the month, which was Tropical Blooms, and a little bit of pattern paper and a lot of color wheel cardstock. What do you think? I like the way it turned out. Now, the only thing I might have done differently is maybe popped up the sentiment on some foam tape for a little bit of added dimension, but I like it. I think it's so pretty. Make sure you stick around for tomorrow to see which club I play with. Thanks for sticking around to the end. I'd be thrilled if you subscribe to my YouTube channel or followed me on any of my other social media platforms. As always, have a beautiful, safe, and creative day. Thanks for watching. Bye.